Okay. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for taking up this right course. I think you are able to hear me. Can you please respond?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
Okay, then. So, I am Ritesh Swarnakar, and I will be your course instructor for ethical hacking and cybersecurity, right? And as this is your first class, so before starting, I will also like to know about you all. So, can you please unmute your mic and tell your name and the college and department?
My name is Priyobodo Kaur,
Yeah, yeah.
and my department is Electrical and Electronics Engineering.
Okay, okay, fine. And I could see Gayatri.
I'm Gayatri Devnath. Currently, I'm pursuing BTech from Swami Vivekananda Institute of Science and Technology in Electronics and Communication Engineering.
Okay, okay, fine, fine. That's fine. So let's start with the class. Okay. So firstly, we will starting with ethical hacking, and then we will be covering the cybersecurity part. Okay. So we will be having a lots of practical, so don't worry. But firstly, we you all need to understand some theory also. Okay. So as this is your first class, we will be covering some theory, and then if time persists, we will be taking on the practicals. Okay. So let's start with what is hacking. Okay. So as you all know what hacking is, but let's understand it in a better way. So let's understand what hacks are. So let's go to youtube.com. Yeah, YouTube. And let's search for hacks. Okay. Yeah. So as you can clearly see that there are makeup hacks, school hacks, beauty hacks, craft bandy, and many more. Okay. So I won't play the video here, but if you look carefully, you will notice that these are nothing but tips and tricks. Okay. So these are nothing but tips and tricks to get things done in a easier and faster way. Okay. So hacking is a technical terminology which refers to tricks and tips one can get to access inside a system or a network easily. Okay. Here system means your PC. It can be any networking devices like your phone, your router, even your switches. Okay. And network means the whole area covering the your systems. So in a more descriptive way, the definition would be a hacking is an art or technique of finding and exploiting a security loophole in a infrastructure like a website, a software, a computer, or even a human being. See, one thing you should keep in mind that human beings are also prone to errors. So in hacking world, we also consider human beings as a system, right? And the artist who does all these are known as hackers. Okay. So coming on to the next part, like everyone has a question that who actually hackers are. Okay. So if we generally hear from someone that he's a hacker, okay, we generally consider them as a bad guy with evil motives. Yes or no? Could you please respond?
Yes,
Yeah, yeah. So we generally find them or consider them as a bad guy. But please note that it is not always true. A hacker is a person who tries multiple ways to enter a system. Okay. Suppose you are learning ethical hacking here. So you will be definitely trying to gain access to some system or website. Okay, we will be learning that very soon. But these are the basics you should know. Okay. So multiple ways to enter and find possible entry points that would let in enter the system. So it depends upon the intention of the hacker what he is trying to achieve. It can be a evil one, it can be a good one. So there are two types of hackers, ethical and unethical hackers. Okay. So here you can see that ethical hacker. So when a hacker helps organization or individual in finding security loopholes and fixing them with a permission. So you should note this one, that with permission it is ethical, and without permission or legal consent it is unethical. So this is illegal because you take permission from the system owner, and your motive is not to cause harm or steal, but to secure the system. Okay. And here you can see that unethical means a hacker uses his knowledge to steal or cause harm or damage to other person or any system. Okay. So up till this, do you have any questions?
No.
No.
Okay, so let's continue. So as you have taken up this course, so one thing you will always be confused, like how to become an ethical hacker, right? So don't get worried after seeing all this. We will be covering all in depth in this course. So a hacker should know about computers and networks, as hacking involves computer and networks. Okay. To become a hacker, you must also know the basics of computer related technology. Like you should be aware of the latest technology, right? Like blockchain technology, AI, machine learning. So it will help you in a better way to understand the technology in a better sense. And definitely programming skills are important too. Okay. So there are many software that are available. You can use that. But if you have the ability to create your own programs and modify the existing hacking tools, it can help you greatly. So there are a lot of programming language, but if you are a beginner, you should always prefer or start with Python, as it is easier to start with. Okay. But you should always keep in mind that the more language you know, the more you are proficient in this domain. So some basic understanding of JavaScript and SQL too are also necessary. So we will be covering it in this course also. Okay. So before moving on to the fundamentals of network, I would like to share with you some softwares or add-ons which will help you in day-to-day safety. Okay. So every one of us uses internet, okay, in day-to-day basis. So how to stay protected? Hello, anyone, any guesses or any answer?
How to stay protected?
Yeah. So you are using your mobile, your laptop, and both of them are connected to internet, right? So how to get, means how to be safe or secure?
We can use the security system.
Yeah, right. Like, for example, can you give any thing?
Just like we use password for our Gmail.
Okay. Okay, definitely. You are trying well. Okay, so let's continue. So you are accessing your internet via a browser, right?
Yes.
Yes. So how to configure your browser so that you are safe? Means you can consider yourself a little protected than others. Okay. So I will share some tools or add-ons you can put on your browser so that you can stay protected. So here is one tool that were WOT, Web of Trust. Web of Trust. Okay. So this is a safety and security checking tool. So you can clearly see here, checks website safety and enjoy safe browsing online with #1 website security extension or app. Okay. So let's download it. See, protect your browsing with Web of Trust, powered over 6 million users. Okay, so I am using here Firefox browser. So it is recommending here. So add to Firefox. Okay, I'm adding it. Okay, so it is redirecting me to the add-on section of Firefox. So now let's click add to Firefox. It's getting downloaded. Okay, one pop-up. Let's add. Okay, allow this extension to run in private modes. Okay, got it. So now you can see that one icon has appeared here. It is nothing but Web of Trust add-on has installed in our browser. Okay, so let's turn it on. Continue at turn on. Okay. Okay. So let's understand what it does. First of all, let me browse anything, means any website. Let's leoknight.com, leoknight.in, sorry. Okay, in Google, I must search Leoknight. Leoknight. Okay, so now you can see that a little green icon, circle icon has appeared. Okay, so this one signifies how safe you are when you are visiting this website. So as you can hover your mouse here and you can see that the security is safe and reputation is 4.3 out of 5. So it is quite good. Okay, Facebook page. Yeah, so this one you can also check for any websites like Instagram. So you can see here a green icon has appeared and you can hover your mouse and see here that it is a safe, secure, safe website and you can visit without any hesitation. Okay. Reputation, the more the reputation is rating is, the better it is the security of the website. Okay. So you can, means whenever you will be searching anything, it will automatically be given the ratings and all that. Okay. So now let's add some more add-ons so that we are much more secure. Let's HTTPS everywhere. Everywhere. Okay. So this is another add-on from Electronic Frontier Foundation. Okay. So see, it ensures that the website you are visiting is HTTPS encrypted. Okay. So if you have any idea of HTTP and HTTPS, anyone? Priyambata, Gayatri, anyone?
HTTPS means when we search anything in Google, then at the first of the site there is a right HTTPS.
Yeah. You are trying to say this one, okay? This one, right?
Yes, yes.
Can you share? Okay. And HTTP, any idea, anything? You are free to means express yourself. Okay.
I don't know
So
much about this.
okay. Don't worry, you will learn everything here. So if you are a beginner also, it is one. This course is basically designed from beginners to advanced. Okay. So I will install this one, HTTPS where. Okay. So install in Firefox. If you are using Chrome, Opera, even Brave or Tor, for mobile version also there is Android version and plus iOS version. You can see it here. So continue to installation. So it's downloading. Okay, let's add it. Allow this extension or let it be like that and press OK. Got it. Okay, now you can see that we have also added one add-on that is HTTPS everywhere. Okay, and it is on. Okay, so let us on this option also. Encrypt all sites eligible is off. So let's on this one. Okay. So now I will tell you that what this does. Okay. So let me search for a HTTP website. Okay, so I could see that this one is HTTP website. Okay. Can you see this? Hello? Anyone?
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
yes.
Okay, okay. So as you can see that that one was the HTTP website. Okay, let me show you once again. Yeah, you can see that this one is HTTP with no S. Okay. Info some website. Okay. So I am trying to access it. See what is showing here. So HTTPS everywhere is blocking this website. Okay. Why you should always know that HTTPS websites are considered comparatively safer than HTTP websites. Okay. There is no much different, not a much difference, but you should always prefer HTTPS websites over HTTP website. Okay. So if you want to access this one forcefully, you can select this one, open insecure web for this session only. So let first we have to disable this one. I am select OK. Okay. So see now we can access this website, but you can also see that in this padlock there is a red symbol. Okay, this signifies that this website is not so secure. Okay, and if you hover your mouse here, you can also see that connection is not secure. Okay, but when you are visiting an HTTPS website like this one, HTTPS website, okay, even if you are visiting a Facebook or Instagram or YouTube or any site, okay, even Leonite also, it uses HTTPS. So let's visit this one. See, nothing gets prompted here because we are visiting a safer website. Okay. So padlock has no red icon. So you can consider that you are visiting a safer website. Okay. So that was all regarding how to be secured when you are browsing internet from your browser. Okay. So it's not mandatory, but if you want to be safer on a safer site, you can install these two add-ons. Okay. These are not much taking memory, a lesser lighter version this one also. Okay, so let's cross this one and this one also. Yeah, so we have covered how to become an ethical hacker. Okay, so as you all know that to become an ethical hacker we should have some basic or fundamentals knowledge of computer networks also. So we are proceeding to fundamentals of computer network. Okay, so what is a network? So a network is simply a way for machines to communicate. Okay. So I am showing you a diagram. I am pressing Windows R and I will open Notepad. Okay, Notepad will not work. Okay. Hello Debraj. Hello Debraj, are you there? So in Google Meet, is there any option of annotations? Okay, okay. Okay. Then let me open whiteboard. Microsoft Whiteboard. Wait, it's taking time. Let it be loaded. So let's read here that network is nothing but a simply a way for a machines to communicate. Okay. Right now you are in a virtual classroom. Okay. So how we are connected? Like so, all these are via networking. Okay. You don't think that we are connected like anything or any else, but we are always means anyone, everyone in this world are connected via network. Okay. Okay. I don't know why it's taking so much time. Let's minimize this. Okay. So there are many layers of a computer network. We will discuss that later on. So first, know what is the physical level consist of. Okay. So at physical level, we consist of PCs that you connect and the devices that you use to connect them. Okay. So you can consider your mobile, your laptop, your desktop. Okay. Even if you are routers. Okay. So these one are the devices which are used to communicate to the network. Okay. So you can connect them physically via connection or wireless. Okay. So if you are using mobile hotspot, then you are connecting wirelessly, and if you are using Ethernet or broadband, then you are using physical connection. Yeah. Let's see, there's open or not. Yeah. So let's start new. Okay. So let me explain. Okay. This one. Okay. So let me undo this. Okay. So suppose you are using your laptop. Here is your laptop. Okay. Here is your smartphone. Okay. I'm not drawing it in a better way. And suppose here your is your desktop. Okay. So you want, and you have, suppose you are also having a router. Okay. So router is here. So these one are nothing but router antennas if you are using wireless. Okay. And now you want to connect them. Okay. See, you are using router to connect to internet, and you want this router to connect with these devices as well. Okay. These three devices. There can be many number of devices, as many number of you want. Okay. So we can connect it via router. Okay. I am drawing it here as, so as you can see that you can connect them in a circular fashion, or you can directly connect them via router. Okay. So this one is directly connected to router, this one, and this one is also directly connected to router, and this one is also directly connected to router. So if I omit these ones, so if I don't use this one and this one, so now you can see that all the devices are connected to router, okay, and router is connected to internet. So this one is internet, okay, OW, okay, web, okay. So your router is connected to web and all the devices are connected to router, okay. So how you are communicating to the web, okay, or internet? Firstly, you are typing something in your laptop or browsing something. That data is passing to the router, okay, and this router or access point, these are also known as access point. If you are using your mobile hotspot, okay, so suppose if you are using this mobile hotspot, okay, so then your connection will be like this, okay. So your laptop is connected to your phone and the phone is directly connected to web, okay. So you can call this as access point, okay, where you can get internet connectivity. So whatever or whenever you are browsing the internet, the data is flowing through this part, okay. It can be wirelessly or through wired, okay, and then it is getting connected to internet via this access point or your smartphone here, for example, okay. And in case of router, it will be connected, means your laptop will be connected to the router first and then it will get connected to the internet or world wide web, what we known as, okay. And then when we are fetching data,
Hello?
So did you understand the last one, last diagram that I showed?
Yes.
Yes,
So
yes.
do you have any questions regarding that?
No.
Yeah, Priyamata?
No, no.
Okay, then let's continue. Okay, so to connect to multiple devices together, we use hub or switch. Okay, so we will be seeing what hub or switch is, and those hubs or switch must be connected together. Okay, if you are wanting to connect to means multiple devices at the same time, so that hubs or switch must be connected to each other. Okay, so my Microsoft has also gone. Okay, let's minimize this. Okay. So one thing you should always keep in mind that whenever you are connected to the internet or within the same network or outside the network, a barrier is set up between that network, okay, and the internet. So wait, I think it is loaded. Wait, yeah. Okay, screen not set. Oh, sorry. Screen. Yeah. So now it's visible. Can anyone? Okay. I forgot to set the screen. Okay. So whenever you are connecting to a network, okay, so we were here. Okay, let me select a new one. I am creating a new whiteboard. Okay. So suppose you are here, okay, with your device. Suppose this is your laptop, okay, and this is your internet. Basically, we symbolize internet as a cloud. So this is your web, right? And you are trying to access your web via your laptop. So you are trying to access this one. Okay. So you should always know that when you are connecting to the internet, you are not directly getting connected to the internet, right? There are many barriers which are restricting you or prohibiting you to get connected to the internet. So one of them, and they are not because your means they are there because of your safety. Okay. So don't think that they are making problem while you are connecting to the internet. So one thing is here is firewall. So actually firewall is inbuilt in your laptop, but I am demonstrating it here as a physical object. So it can be a physical object, it can be a software, a hardware. Okay. So suppose this one is a firewall. Okay. So when you are connecting to the internet, your all the data is passing through this firewall and then getting connected to the web, right? So let me show you how to save your settings so that you are completely on a safer side. So I think everyone is here is using a Windows laptop or Windows OS operating system, or anyone
Yes.
with Linux or Mac OS. Okay. So are you all using the latest version of Windows, that is Windows 10?
Yes.
Okay then. So I am showing you some configurations. You should also try to imitate that so that you are on the safer side. So first time all I will go into settings, then update and security. Okay. here Windows security. Okay, now open Windows security. Okay, see, so there are many options like virus and threat, account protection, firewall. So this one is firewall and network protection. Okay, so see here that my all the firewalls are on. Like domain firewall is also on, private network firewall is also on, and public network firewall is also on. Okay, so if you are using the same Windows operating system or same version of Windows, you can go and check that if all these are means turned on or off. So if it is off, you must definitely turn this on. Okay. So if you suppose there are some apps you want to means you would directly want to connect to internet. Okay. You don't want firewall to be the barrier between you and your internet. So you can click this one, allow an app through firewall, and then you can select the app which you want to directly connect to the internet. Okay, so I'm not showing that one. Okay, so see here are many services that are directly getting connected to the internet, like this one without. Okay, these tick marks services or apps are getting communicated through Windows Defender firewall. Okay, this is inbuilt firewall settings. Okay. So now app and browser control. Okay, so reputation-based protection means when you are installing some apps or files, this will recognize the means this will scan the files or the applications so that they doesn't uh, contain any malicious code. Okay, so you must always turn this on. The settings you are seeing here, that is turned on. Smart screen for Microsoft Edge. Okay, so if you are using Microsoft Edge browser, then you must turn this on. Potential unwanted app blocking. Okay, so if this is means these two are ticked because if Windows means suspect that a app or a file is infected with malicious code, that will prevent that file to get downloaded into a system. Okay, and smart screen for Microsoft Store apps also. So you must turn this on also. Device security, core isolation. I think core isolation you should also turn this on, but this feature is not enabled in my laptop, so I am not turning this on. And you can means time to time you can see the health report of your device. Okay, so why I am telling all this to you? Do you know? Because you are have enrolled in a ethical hacking and cybersecurity course. Okay, so you have to know how to break things as well as you have to know how to make things secure, right? So in this course we will be covering both in both aspects, means as a defender and as an attacker also. Okay, so sometimes we will be acting like a hacker and sometimes we will be acting like a security expert. Okay, so you will get both glimpse of a hacker and well as a defender. So this one is the okay. So let me close this one. Okay, now let's move on to fundamentals of IP, fundamentals of computer network. So for computer network, you should always keep in mind that there are communicating devices and there are networking devices. Okay. So as I told you that your PC, laptop, printer, phone, even the servers. Okay. Servers are nothing but a computer with higher configuration. Okay. Suppose if you are using a laptop with 16 GB of RAM. Okay. 512 MB of SSD and Intel i7 or i9 Ryzen processor, then that laptop can be considered or made as a server. Okay, you don't think that even if you are using a low-end laptop or low-end desktop, that you can also make it as server. Okay, that depends upon what you are trying to do. Okay. And there are networking devices as well. Okay. So routers, switches and firewalls. Okay. I have discussed about firewall, and a little bit more we will be discussing later on. Okay. So routers and switches. Okay. So here it is given the router, and this one is switches. Okay. So let us see some more routers so that you get a clear picture of what router is. Okay. So let me search for routers. Okay. So images. Yeah. So see, there can be many types of router. Okay. There can be antenna ones and without antenna also. Okay. I think here every router has antenna. Yeah. So see, this one doesn't have antenna. Okay. This router. So you got the basic clear-cut idea of what router is, right? So if you are means willing to buy a router, I would suggest you that you should buy a Cisco router. Okay, because Cisco is a reputed one. And let us see switches. Okay, SW switches. Network switches. Network switches. Okay. So see here that in switches you will basically find that there are many number of ports. Okay. See, if I consider this one, you can see that there are many numbers of ports. It can be 24, 36, like that. Okay. Basically, these are used when we are connecting or making our network bigger than a general one. Okay. Suppose in our home we are using 2 or 3 end devices. Okay. But when you are moving into an organization or small businesses, you will definitely need switches. Okay. So that you can communicate with multiple devices and many devices at the same time. So these are switches, and let's see hubs. Okay. Okay. So see, if you look closely, you won't find any difference between hub and switches. Okay. But one thing you should know that hub are the older version of switches. Okay. So basically or generally hubs are not used today, and we mostly use switches today because hub has many drawbacks. You can Google it, why hubs are not used or why switches are preferred. So you can Google it up. Okay. So we have seen what router and hub are and even switches. So as we are learning networking, so you should always know some common terminology which can be used instead of that, instead of someone else. Okay. So here every devices, whether it be communicating or a networking device, is called as node. Okay. Like I told you that your phone, PC, laptop, servers, each and everything are end devices. Okay. So in security terminology or in means networking world, these all are means considered as node. Okay. So if I draw here one more, okay. Suppose this is phone and this one is a tablet. Okay. So this one is also connected to internet, and this one is also connected to internet. So don't consider this web as a node, but this end devices is considered as a node, like this laptop, your phone, your tablet, even if you have smart devices, smartwatch or smart TV, all are considered as node. Okay. So what router is? So router is a networking device that performs traffic direction and packet forwarding to the next hop or node. Okay. So anyone has any question here? You can ask me.
I have no question.
Can you repeat what is the difference between router and the firewall?
Router and firewall. Okay.
Hmm?
I am explaining this. So router is basically a networking device, okay, that performs traffic direction. So let me show you. So suppose you have router here, okay. Basically router, you can also configure as your router as a firewall, okay. So suppose this one is your router, okay, and generally firewall is inbuilt in your laptop, right, or in your, I don't know that some sort of software version of firewall is also installed in your phone, but I don't know how efficient they are, okay. But if you consider your laptop firewall, they are means quite efficient, okay. And this one is your router, okay. So firewall is nothing but a barrier to see what you are doing, or where you are connecting, means what you are connecting to the net, okay. So if some malicious traffic is coming to your internet, so it will first check that data, okay. It will first check that data and then let that data enter your system, okay. So if suppose if firewall consider that that data is malicious, so they will stop that data right there, and then so they will not let that data enter your system or harm your system, okay. Whereas a router is a physical device, okay. Physical device means you can see it in real life, okay. Firewall can be a physical one also, but generally we don't use the physical firewalls. But in security organization, we have to use secure means physical firewalls, okay, also. So a router is nothing but traffic redirection, okay. So if you consider router, so router has already inbuilt firewall, okay. Suppose this is a firewall, okay. So all router means mostly the modern routers has their inbuilt firewalls, okay. So firewalls are mostly means inbuilt in many means modern devices. So you don't have to worry about that. Only the thing you have to do is the configuration part. Means how you are configuring your or setting your firewall, right? So this is router. So router will do nothing, but it is a access point, okay. Means you can directly connect to the internet via your Ethernet cable, okay. If you have Ethernet cable, you can directly connect to the internet, okay. But suppose you are using a wireless technology. So what you are routing, you are using wireless. So these are wireless signals, okay. So signal. So suppose you are using a wireless router. So what it will do, the data or the means the thing you are trying to access to the web is getting via this router, okay, and then getting connected to this one, the web, okay. So one benefit is here that you can configure your router in such a way that instead of getting connected to this web, you can connect this to your device also, okay. Means every if this means if this device, this phone is connected to your router, then you can communicate your laptop via this router to your phone. Means you are not directly connecting your phone, means you are not directly connecting to your phone, means this connection is not possible, but you can definitely connect via router, okay, to your phone, okay. So Priyambato, I think you understood, or is there any question?
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. So basically routers does packet forwarding, so we will learn what packet is or what data is. So they are basically PDUs or packet data unit. We will learn in the OSI model. So okay. And switch, I told you that we use switch for a high speed, means it is a high speed devices that receives incoming data and redirects them to their destination. Okay. So let me see, suppose if you have n number of devices, right? And basically the router has four to five ports, I think. Or in modern routers, there can be 8. Okay. So maximum of means if you are using wireless, then no problem. But if you are not using a wireless technology, then what can you connect? Means you can only connect 8 devices to this router, right? But we generally use switches when we have suppose 100 number of devices, 1000 number of devices. Okay. So we connect them via this switch. Okay. So switch has suppose 24 number of ports. Okay. So these are nothing but port. We will look what port is, or we will study what port is. So you can then connect 25 4 number of devices to your router via this switch. Okay. So this one is getting connected here, and what you have to do then you have to connect this one to this router, this switch. Okay. And okay, phone will not get connected. So if you are using desktop, suppose you are using desktop. Okay. Suppose you are using desktop here. So desktop will get connected to this port, I mean second one, and so on, that n number of devices will get connected to the switch first, and then that switch will be further get connected to the router. Okay. Means switch is of no use if you are not using a router. Okay. Means switch cannot connect to the internet. But in modern, means in latest technology, if you consider, some switches are provided with internet connectivity, some switches. Okay. So as we all know, understood what devices or end devices nodes are. So there are classification of computer networks, okay, based on the geographical location. So there is LAN, which is also known as local area network, MAN, metropolitan area network, and WAN, wide area network. Okay. So let us understand basics of what all this means. Okay. So LAN covers a small area like building or office. Okay. And it is it uses means it has high speed as devices are nearby, and the cost of setup is also low. Okay. It can be wireless. Okay. Example, you can consider your home Wi-Fi. Like I told you that your router can be used as a LAN. Okay, LAN connection. So you don't need. Let me clear this on. I am using a new. Suppose this one is your router. Okay. And this one is your laptop. Okay. So this one is your phone. This one is your laptop. Uh, So what you will do, you will connect this one to this one, means router, and this device to this device. Okay. So what you are basically setting it up, setting here is a LAN connection. Okay. So it's not always that you want to connect to internet. Okay. Suppose if you are playing PUBG or Counter Strike, you have to create a hotspot or a LAN connection. Okay. Without internet connectivity, they also work. Okay. So what you are doing there, you are creating what? You are just creating a whole network. Okay. A network. So that means suppose you are hosting the game, suppose this is you, and you are providing your hotspot, or your means you are connecting a LAN connection. Okay. So your n friend, suppose this one is your friend, this one. So everyone means you are playing multiplayer game. Okay, creating a room and joining that room. Okay, if you are familiar with multiplayer gaming. So these suppose these are devices. Okay, so these are all getting connected to, it means your phone. Okay, and your phone is acting here as a LAN connector. Okay, so every phone is getting connected to your hotspot. Okay, because you are means providing the LAN connectivity. Okay, so means LAN is basically used when you have a limited number of devices and when you are in a small space, small area. Okay. So like in building or office, even if you visit Starbucks or McDonald's, okay, they basically use LAN connection, right? Because they have very few number of devices. Next, coming on to metropolitan area network. Okay, so from the term you know that metropolitan means it will be covering a larger area, right? So it covers a larger area like cities. Okay, but don't think that it will means connect every cities. Okay, it can connect maximum 2 to 3 states. Okay, so every means suppose if one state has 10 cities. Okay, so it can connect maximum 30 to 40 cities. Okay, and as you can already guess that as the distance of the cities are more, so the speed also get decreased. Okay, so lesser speed and more cost of setup. Okay, harder to manage. And here example can be CCTV across the cities. Okay, so we means government has already set up many CCTVs to monitor what public are doing. So basically they are connected to a means they are connected in such a way that they cover a metropolitan area network. Okay, and the wide area network means what we actually use. Okay, so wide area network covers the largest area coverage. Okay, like countries or even continents. Okay, so it can connect 2 to 3 countries or even can connect continents as well. So as we know that to create a bigger thing, right? Let me erase this one. Suppose we have our LAN. Okay, WAN. So this one is WAN. W A. So this one is WAN. Okay. So do you think that it is means made up of a single chain? Actually not. See, what it is made up is some lands. See, I am using this green color to signify lands. Okay. So this one are lands means suppose this one is someone's house, this one is someone's house, so this one is someone's house. Okay, okay. And I am taking pink color. So this one is metro. Okay. So this one is man. Okay. So see how WAN is made up of. Okay. Firstly, it is connected to LAN. Okay. Means smaller networks. Then it is connected to MAN, and then it is means the whole thing is getting connected to WAN or wide area network. Okay. Means you have heard that advertisement, right? Small milate jao, large banate jao. So this one is like that. So we should also consider. So see here consists of both LAN and MAN, and it has the highest cost setup cost. Okay. So here the examples are internet, which we actually use, the telecom if you are using some BSNL or like, and satellite communication. Okay. So there are satellite phones also. If you can means if you want to see what satellite phones are, you can Google it up. Okay. Yes, they are directly connected to the satellite. Okay. So even if you are not getting a telecom connection or internet connection, you will if you are using a satellite phone, you will definitely means will be in a coverage. Means you will definitely get internet or the access, right? So classification of computer network based on accessibility. Okay. Firstly, we saw here on a geographical location. Okay. This one was geographical location based on geographical location. Okay. And this one is based on accessibility, means who can access the network. So it can be internal network, it can be external network. Okay. Like here, yeah, means this helps in keeping the assets or resources like printer servers database isolated from public access. Your public access means internet. Okay. Definitely, if you are using a printer at your home, you will not willing means you will not definitely not will to share or willing to share your printer with your neighborhood. Okay, or even with your someone next to your door means okay. So what means then how your computer lap or the laptop is connected to that printer? It is connected internally. Okay, and when we are talking about external network, this is when we are using or making our devices to be publicly available. Okay, like suppose I have a website and I want it to be accessed through internet. Okay, so definitely I have to set up that configuration in such a way that it comes under external network, right? So that people can easily access it. And if I am making that as an internal network, no one will get a chance to access it, right? So basically, when we are creating a website, our databases are isolated from the public access, means from the external network, and what we actually see is the HTML code and some functionality which are we are supposed to see. Okay. So our next topic will be client and server model. Okay. So don't worry. What if you don't know what client and server are? So basically, in networking, the same devices has many names, right? So while discussing this, you will get to know that your computer is a client as well as it is a server. Okay, and it is also known as end devices as well as node. So don't get confused. Okay, the same name means there are different names for same devices. Okay, so you have to understand what client work means how client works and how server works. Okay, so let us see the picture. Let's use so see suppose you can clearly see from the image here are many clients. Clients means laptop. Okay, even it can be phones or anything that you are using to connect to internet. Okay, and servers are nothing but the same devices, but it is basically used to transfer data when it is means when it is asked for. So suppose all the website right all the website data are stored in a server assigned to that particular website. Okay, so suppose we are already having a Leoknight website. Okay, so all the data are stored in a particular server. Server means nothing but a particular desktop or particular memory. Okay, so it can be also stored in the cloud. So cloud technology has come right now, so we can also store our data in the cloud. So and this server is connected to the internet. Okay, so suppose I have a website. Okay, I have a website. Let it be. Okay, wait. Let it be xyz.com. Okay. So I have a website xyz.com. Okay. So users visit this website, get logged in, register themselves. So where we are keeping their data means users data. We are actually keeping their data in a okay, okay. Hello, hello. Yeah, yeah. Actually, I received a call. That's why. Okay. Yeah. So suppose we have our website xyz.com, okay, and we are here having a database. Oh, okay. Or simply consider this as a server. Or for your better understanding, let's make this one a laptop. So this one is your laptop, okay. So all your users' data is getting stored in this laptop, okay. Even you can store your xyz users data in the cloud as well. So let me design here cloud. So I think it is looking like a cloud. Yeah. Oh, okay. So this one is a written cloud. I think this is not visible clearly, but there is a written cloud. Okay. So XYZ users data can be directly stored in this your machine or even in the cloud, right? So what basically is means you can use this one as a server, okay. So this device can act as a server when you are storing something data, and when the users are visiting this website, means suppose I am means you suppose, so this one is my website, okay, xyz.com, and suppose you as a visitor with your laptop is visiting my website, okay. So suppose this is user, okay. So you are a user and you are visiting my website, okay. You are get visiting my website and getting yourself registered. Like there can be facebook.com, you are visiting from your phone, laptop, or any devices and registering yourself, okay. So what Facebook is doing nothing but saving your data in the server. Server is nothing but a highly configured machine, okay, like I previously told you, means it will have more data storage, more computing power, okay. So when a user access this website, so he will be known as client, okay. So he will be known as a client, okay. So not the user will be known as a client, his device will be known as client, okay. Means client will be this one, not you, okay. Means your device is considered as a client, okay. And what will be the server is this one, a server. So this one is server, right? So when you are accessing your data, suppose you have already registered, okay. Now you want to log in, okay. So you have given your credential like your user ID and password, and this website is sending your username and password and checking if that is available here or not in the server. If it is available, then it is sending that message or that data that this user exists and he should be success. I mean, he should be allowed to log in, right? So he is sending this data to this website, and this website further getting connected to your device, means client, and process means showing up the result that you have successfully logged in, right? So you can clearly see that client and server are nothing but the way they are used, right? So if you are using it for storing or computational purpose, then it will be known as server. And if you are using it for its basic purpose to browse or to get access to the internet, then it will be known as client, right? So here you can see this server is connected to the internet, means the website server is connected to the internet so that the website is available 24 cross 7, okay. Definitely if you are creating a website, you don't want that when I am visiting that website at 5 p.m. I am seeing that that website is not available. So definitely no user means no website developer or the website to whom it belongs to will definitely not want that it is down for even 1 second, okay. Down means not available to this client, okay. So is available 24 cross 7 to its client. Client means the users, okay. So suppose if you consider Facebook, so Facebook here is a server, means Facebook is a website, and the Facebook has its own server at the desired destination, okay. So it can be in UK, even it can be in India. Okay, so you can search that one and we will cover that one also, that how to find where the servers are located. Okay, so it will be an interesting topic, right? So we are just covering basics here, so I think it is seeming quite monotonous, but you definitely need to know this. Okay, so server is just a computer, okay, which sends data whenever it is asked for. Okay, so as we have seen here, so server is nothing but just a computer, but it is sending data whenever it is asked for. Means whenever client is asking for a login, the server is sending that yes, the user is in our database and let him allow to use our website. Okay, or log into our website. Okay, so when we type a website URL, suppose I am typing youtube.com. See, I am typing youtube.com. So it is redirecting me to the YouTube website, and where we are getting all these videos. Okay, suppose this video or this video or all the contents here, from where we are getting, all these are stored in a server. Okay, it can be cloud or it can be a physical server, right? All these are stored in the server and we are getting access to those server via this URL, right? So the URL, it sends request to the server. Okay, and in response the server sends the data to the client. Okay, so I am acting here as a client, right? So my machine is fetching youtube.com or trying to fetch youtube.com. Okay, so what this youtube.com, it is, okay, suppose let it this not let this be a youtube.com. Okay, rather than xyz, let this be youtube.com. Okay, so I am fetching data youtube.com, and this youtube.com URL is fetching data from its server, right? So it's fetching data from its server and then showing it to the client. Then it is going and showing it to the client browser, right? So the same thing is happening here. Okay, so YouTube is going to its server, fetching the data from its database, or it's, even if it is storing it in cloud, and then showing us the video. Okay. Yeah. So, and one thing you should note that the data is broken down into small chunks called packets, and then to the sent to the client for efficient use of internet, right? So let's discuss this one also. So suppose you are, means if you see this website, see this website contains lot of things. Okay, so means if you are trying to play any one video here, okay, it will be taking a, when consuming your lot of your data, right? So what it is doing for efficient use of your data, it is, means suppose you are requesting for some video, right? So this is your video content. Okay, so the client wants to access this video, right? But this video is stored in this server. Okay, so directly this video will, means this video is stored in this server. Okay, so directly this video, means this video is suppose of 30 MB or 40 MB, right? So this video will be broken down into small chunks of packets. Okay, or small chunks of data known as packets. Okay, so if you are asked what is packets, so these are nothing but small chunks of data, right? This video will be further divided into small chunks of data. Okay, suppose this video is of 40 MB, right? So you will be getting 10 MB, 10 MB, 10 MB, and 10 MB. Okay, okay, means I am considering here as a 40 MB, but it is even divided, means lesser than 10 MB, right? Means few KBs only. Okay, means data are divided in such smaller parts so that you can efficiently use the internet, right? So if you have any doubts or question, you can ask here before we move on to next topic. Anyone?
No.
And Gayatri?
No.
Okay then. See, don't hesitate. If you have any question regarding anything, means if you are not understanding, if you are means understood but not completely, you can ask me to repeat. Okay. So we have covered the client and server architecture. So you can see there can be many servers. Okay. Here server are drawn like this, but you can take consider server as this laptop also. Okay. Okay. The main thing is the IP addressing, right? So in computer network, if you consider the core part of computer networking, the IP addresses are considered the core thing. Okay. So if you understand the IP addressing scheme or the IP addressing properly, then it will be easy for you to learn ethical hacking, right? Means basically everything we are doing is via connecting to some device or another. Okay, right? So how we are getting connected? Okay. So let me clear this one. I'm using a new. Okay. So first, understand what is IP addressing, right? So let me draw here a diagram. Suppose this is your phone. This is my laptop, right? And someone here is using a tablet. Okay. This one is tablet, this one is phone, and this one is my laptop, right? So each and every devices which are connected to internet. Suppose this is internet. W W W. I think you know the full form of www. It stands for the World Wide Web. Okay. So even you don't means no, just keep in mind that www stands for World Wide Web. Okay. So suppose you are using your device, someone is using his device, and I am using my device, right? So how this internet is knowing that this device is getting connected to my means internet, even this device is getting. So to identify what device is getting connected or whose device is getting connected to the internet, every device is assigned one unique IP address, or you can consider it as unique address. Okay. Suppose my address, let it be X. Okay. Your address be Y, someone else address be Z. Okay. So we will be discussing what public and private IP addresses are, but I am considered here as a public IP address. Okay. So you are also getting connected to internet, right? I am also connected to internet, and someone else from another country even getting connected to internet, right? So X, so my IP address, let it be X, your IP address be Y, someone else's IP address be Z. Okay. So it will never happen that this X or this unique address is present here or in someone else's device, right? So if I am assigned X IP address, the internet will make sure that this IP address is not getting assigned to any other devices which are means connected to the internet, right? So this one is was all about IP addresses. So we have two different type of IP addresses. One is IPv4 and V stands for version, right? So IPv4 means version 4 address, and we have IPv6. We will see that later on. Okay. We have IP version 4 and IP version 6 addresses. IP version 4 is generally used, but as the number of devices connected to the internet is increasing day by day, means at some point of time we were just using a smartphone, right, and a laptop, but now I am like using smartwatch, smart TV. Okay, suppose you are also using smartwatch. So all these data or all these devices are getting connected to internet. Okay, and assigning a unique value to each and every devices. Unique value means a different value. Okay, it doesn't mean that if I am assigned a value of one, you will be also getting an assignment of one, right? Of value one. So means as the number of devices getting connected to the internet is increasing, so there was a need for a different version of IP addresses. That is, we call it as IP version 6, right? So we will see what IP version 4 addresses are. Okay. It is a series of phone numbers separated by periods. Periods means dot. Okay. Yeah, this one dot. Dot. Okay. I will show you how to check your own IP addresses. Okay. Worry not. So it is a series of four numbers separated by periods. Okay. Like here it is 000, but it can be anything, right? And you should always keep in mind each of the phone number must be between 0 to 255, right? It will not exceed 255. It means each and every means this 0 can be 255, this 0 can be 255, means highest possibility is 255 dot 255, okay, dot 255 dot 255, right? So this one is the highest possibility, means it will never exceed this range. Okay, so starting from 0000.0, it will continue to this one, means this range. Okay,
But why 255 is the highest range?
why 255 is the highest range? So basically
Yes.
it is a 32 bit 32 bits. Okay, 32 bit. Let me explain you. Wait. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So starting from number 0, right? 0, it will continue 1, 2, 3, and it will continue till 255, right? And you are asking why 255 only, right? Okay.
Yes.
So, so if you consider IPv4 addresses, it has maximum limit of 4.2 billion possible IP addresses assignment, right? So I will tell you how to calculate this. So if you're using IPv4, you can connect at maximum 4.2 billion devices only, right? You cannot exceed this range, this number. Okay. So when you are converting this 4.2 million into hexadecimal, okay. So this one is hexadecimal number. Okay. Means this one is decimal, right? So if you convert it to binary, it will be 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay. So 81 dot 81 dot 81 81.81. Okay. Right. So when you are means if you make this one means 4.2 billion devices into binary, you will see that its conversion is 255 only. 255.255.255.255. Okay. So we have some numericals also. We will show you there how to get what ranges of IP is there. Okay. Okay. Did you get it?
Okay. Okay.
or even if you don't get it, we have some numericals. Okay, so I will show you how to calculate this IP address. Okay, so there you will see that if we calculate this binary and convert it to decimal, it will stand for 255 only. Okay, so let me make it more clear, right? So as you know that IPv4 is 32 bit, right? Okay, so 32, 32. Okay, 32 divided by 4, right? How much it means? It comes 8, right? Right, Priyamata?
Okay, okay.
Okay, so we know that IPv4 has 32 bits. Okay, so we have 8 bits here, dot 8 bits here, dot 8 bit here, dot 8 bit here, right? So let me uh, okay, so as you know that in binary we can have only have 0 and 1s, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so and we have already calculated that in one means in one section we can have only 8 bits. Okay, so at maximum I can consider one. Okay, means in binary I am talking here about binary, right? So we can have 0 and 1s, right? So I am fulfilling all the 8 bits with 1. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, right? So there is 8 ones, and here it will also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and here also it will be 8 ones. 1, 2. See how I am calculating this. Are you getting that?
Yes.
Kiambato? See,
Yes.
suppose you have 32 chocolates. Okay, you have 32 chocolates and you want means you have 4 students. Okay, so how will you distribute that one? If you have 4 students and you have 32 chocolates, then each one will be getting 8, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so here also we are having 4 gaps, right? Means you can consider this as one as gaps or students, right? So I suppose here are 4 students, means after dot 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So I have to distribute 32 chocolates. Okay, so I am giving 8 1 to each one of them. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Here also 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Right. Now if you convert this binary into decimal, you will find that it comes as 255 dot 255 dot 255 dot 255. Now it is clear,
Yes. Yes.
or means do you know how to convert binary to decimal?
I know,
If
but
you don't know,
now I can
okay, that's not an issue. Actually, most of us know, but means in times we are
forgetting it.
actually forgetting, right? Yeah. The same thing happens to me also. Okay. So we are all human beings. We are also prone to errors. Okay. So if you get time, you try to calculate this one, means 8 ones into decimal, right? So you will
Oh,
definitely find that it will come as 255.255.255.255, right? So that's why
okay.
we have a means a maximum limit of this one 255.255 range. Okay, so I think now it's clear from your end or anything else.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay, Yeah. So, and if we convert that one, so we can at max at max we can means uh, communicate or connect 4.2 million devices, right? If you are using IPv4 addresses, okay. So most of our devices uses IPv4 addressing only, okay.
For IPv4 addresses, it is 32 bits.
Yeah, and for IPv6 it is 128 bit. If you
Then
are
the
have
number
any
will be
confusion, you
different.
can write. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Means if we are here, means if we are here able to connect 4.2 billion devices, we will be get means we will be means 10 or 100 times 100 times of this, okay. We will be able to connect
Okay.
100 times of 4.2 millions, okay. I exactly don't remember what is the maximum number, but it is given, okay. So it is 32 bit scheme, and that one is 128 bit, okay, IPv6. So most devices, though IPv6 is latest version, but most devices currently support IPv4 addressing. So the first byte or the first decimal number is in the address reveals what network class that host belongs to. Okay. So what network class that host belongs to? Okay. So you can see here class. Okay. So IPv4 has different classes, right? So IPv4 has class A, B, C, D, and E. Okay. So yeah, clear this one. Yeah, as I already told you that we can start from addressing from 0 dot sorry, the size is not matching, but I think you are able to understand. So as we can see that we are starting from 0 dot 0 dot 0 dot 0, okay, and our range is 255, right? 255.255. So between this one also there are division of classes, okay. So class A starts from 0 to 126, okay. Means if some IP addresses is like this 126 dot 0 dot 0 dot 5, right? So if some IP addresses is like this, so it belongs to class A, right? So it doesn't mean that it should be 126. It can be between 0 to 126, right? So it can be 1 means 1 dot 0 dot 0 dot 1. Okay. So this one also belongs to class A, right? And consequently we have class B whose range starts from 128 to 191. Okay. We have class C 192 to 223, class D 224 to 247, and class E 248 to 255. Okay. So if you carefully notice, one per means one numeric value is missing. If you look carefully, like see, it's starting from 0 to 126. Okay. Here 128 to 191, and consequently it is starting from 192 to 223, and then it is starting from 224 to 247, and then 248 to 255, right? So if you observe carefully, you will see that 127 is somewhere missing, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Hmm.
So that is nothing but our loopback address, right? So we will also know what loopback address is. So first, you understand what means what range of classes are used where. So if you are using class A, so it will be it means this class is basically used in large networks. Okay, means suppose you are working in a Google or Microsoft where means lakhs of devices are connected, lakhs, even it can be millions of devices getting connected. Okay, so there we means for large networks we generally use class A. For large corporate and government networks like in colleges, okay, or in some small companies like TCS, Wipro, okay. So we are generally be within this range 128 to 191, okay. And the most common IP groups are 192 to 223. Generally, we as a user falls under this range of IP addresses 192 to 223. Actually, we don't have that much of devices to get connected to the internet, so that's why we fall under this range 192 to 223, right? And class D is used for reserved, means not used. This is particularly reserved for multicasting. Okay, means if you are trying to multicast means something is showing in your TV and you something is showing in your TV and you want to show that thing to the whole world. Okay, so that is multicasting, means you're casting your channel to everywhere or to the whole world. Okay, the whole web. So multicasting. And class E is reserved for experimental purpose and research and development. So basically, these ranges are reserved for scientists or military agents who are or experimental purpose, right? So we generally don't use this class E. Okay. So in class A, okay, the first octet represents the network and the remaining three represents the node. So let's see. So what these lines mean, you should understand. The first octet represents the network and the remaining three represents the node. First octet means this one. Yeah. So first octet means this one, this one. Okay. So yeah, can you hear me? Actually, I received one call. That's why I muted my audio. Yeah. So what this line means? The first octet. First octet means first 8 bits. First 8 bits mean this section, right? And the last third of 3 octets are this one. This one. Okay. So from in class F, by seeing this one means this octet bit, we can able to identify which network it belongs to. Means it is basically used for network. Okay, means to identify which network category you are means using. Okay, the first piece means which network you are falling under. Okay, and this one means these 3 octets are means are used to find how many devices are connected to your network, right? So this one is used for to identify your network, and this one is used for host or node. You can consider this as host, number of hosts, okay, or number of nodes or nodes. Okay. So by seeing the value of this one, suppose I have a network, I have an IP address of class A, which is 126.0.0.5. Okay. So by seeing this IP address, how can you guess how many number of devices are getting connected, means is connected to this network and which network? So firstly, I will identify this one. Okay. So I got that 126 is my network ID. So I took it down here. That 126 is my network ID. And then I will see this whole, okay, this whole 3 octets and find how many devices are getting connected to this. Okay. So as you can see that this is 0, this is 0, and this is 5. So obviously I have 4 devices connected here. Now you will be asking why 4, right? Because we are seeing here it is written 5, and why then 4? Then why 4 devices are getting connected? So let me make you clear here that every IP address, okay, with 0.0.0, okay, okay, sorry, it will be 5 devices, right? I made something, okay. So by seeing this 126, you will be getting that 5 devices are connected to this network, 126 network, right? So do you face any problem understanding this? Anyone?
No.
Okay. So by seeing the IP address, you can find or know which IP it belongs to and how many devices are connected to this network. Okay. So here it can be 10, it can be 12, 20, 90, and here can be 10, 20. Okay. So we will know how to calculate how much devices are getting connected and to which network. Okay. So I will be completing very soon for today class. So I think this much is okay, or should I extend? Yeah, anyone?
Okay.
Okay, so means from next class I will be covering the remaining part of IPv4, and then we will be going to IPv6 subnetting. Okay, so these are basics. So you have to means know how network works. Then you can means have the proper knowledge how to become an ethical hacker, right? So for today I am stopping here, and so if you have any doubts till now, you are free to ask me, or you can. So anyone you have any doubts up to means till now?
In the IP addresses, you tell that 5 devices are connected.
Yeah.
If the IP addresses last number in 3 digit, then
3 digit means 3. 3 digit. Okay. I got it. Means you are telling that it will be 126. Okay. 126.0. Okay. 126. Oh. Okay, let me add a clear code.
126, 125, 120, 190.
Yeah. I got it. So this one is 126, right? Dot. You are telling 190, right? So I am taking here 190. Dot. Suppose let's take it 100. Okay. And here suppose take it 255. Okay. So basically we don't assign n means we don't assign any IP addresses. Firstly, we will cover this one. Okay. So when this range from 0 to 255 is covered, then we will occupy this space. Okay. And then when this has exceeded the range of 255, then this one will be covered. Okay. So are you getting me?
Okay.
Means suppose you are starting from 126.0.0.0. Okay. So
Yes.
it will continue up to 126.0.0.255, right?
Okay.
As we all know that it cannot exceed 255, means each octet cannot exceed 255, right? So
Yes.
then we will move on to then that 126 dot 0 dot 1 dot 255, right? So as you can see that, so can you tell me how many number of devices are connected to this network, means 126 network? Anyone? Any random guesses will be okay. You don't have to be correct always, okay? You can just try it out, okay? No problem if you are wrong. Anyone? Gayatri, even Priyambato?
255 devices.
Yeah, you are very close but not accurate, right? So I told you that
One device.
no. Let me explain you. As this range is exceeded, means you are trying to add one more device, right? One more device to this range, okay? But but as we have already mentioned that it cannot exceed 255 range, okay? So what we are getting, we are connecting that one extra device to this octet, okay? This one, understood? Means total number of devices will be 255 plus 1 means 256, right? Did you get it or any confusion?
Okay.
Still not clear?
I can't
What about the
understand the
first
first
example,
one.
255 plus 100 and plus 190?
Yeah. So total number of devices connected here will be 255 plus 100 plus 190, right?
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So you can
Okay.
calculate it as well. So whenever this one means this 100 has reached 255, so one will be incremented here, means 191. It will be become 191, right? So always the addition will be, means addition of devices will be from this end, okay, from the right end, okay, and it will move gradually towards the left end, okay.
Okay.
Means you will start from this side, this one up to 255. Then when 255 is covered, then you will start from this range, means 0 1 2 3 4 up to 255. And when this one is also fulfilled, then you will move on to next one, this one, okay. So up, and if even if this one also exceeded, you can then use the network ID. You can then utilize your network ID, okay. So that's why we generally don't have that much number of devices, and that's why we class E is generally used for research and development purpose, right? So so that's all. I am ending here only. So if you have any questions up to this, you make a note of that and ask me in the next class, okay? So the next class
Okay.
will be probably on Sunday, and if there are any changes, okay, you will be getting notified, right? So
Okay.
okay, you can leave now, and